A Capricorn, this is more than a video. It's a soul activation, a cosmic recall. You didn't just come here to watch. You came here because your soul remembers. Between July 22nd and July 25th, something ancient is stirring. A prophecy buried beneath centuries of silence is rising from the dust. It's written in the Book of Bones, a sacred hidden contract of power, sacrifice, and destiny. This isn't mythology, this is your soul's forgotten mission. You were not cursed, you chose this. Long before your birth, you made a vow. You agreed to carry the karma, the pain, the shame, and the shadows, not because you were weak, but because you were the only one strong enough to break it. You took on a 1,000-year burden to protect your bloodline, to absorb generational wounds, to stop the collapse of light. No one thanked you, no one remembered you, but the universe did. And now, after centuries of spiritual exile, the gate is reopening. The chains are starting to crack. The prophecy you signed is glowing again, and only you can complete it. This isn't just a time window, it's a soul checkpoint. Saturn, your ruling planet, the great timekeeper, has begun whispering to the chosen few. And if you're here, that means you're one of them. This is the moment your higher self has been waiting for. The world is on the edge of collapse, and the architects of the new age are being called to the front lines. You're not here to heal wounds. You're here to end cycles. You're not here to fit in. You're here to remember. From July 22 to July 25, the Book of Bones opens one final time, and only those with the ancient mark, those who sacrificed in silence, can now reclaim their forgotten power. If your body is trembling, if your soul feels heavy but alert, if your dreams have been showing symbols, bones, storms, or Saturn, then you are being summoned, not for battle, but for completion. This is your divine return, your soul's reckoning. The world may never know your name, but the universe will never forget your vow. The Book of Bones. It's not a myth, it's not a symbol, it's real, and it's awakening. Long before the rise of modern civilization, before temples, calendars, or kings, there existed an ancient scroll, forged not from paper, but from the soul fragments of the chosen. It was kept in a hidden realm between Saturn's karmic rings, a place untouched by time, guarded by divine forces who knew the earth would one day fall into chaos. And in that realm, names were etched, but not with ink, with soul signatures. Each one belonged to a being who agreed to bear an unbearable burden, a 1,000-year curse, not of punishment, but of protection. Capricorn, one of those names was yours. You see, the Book of Bones is a contract of sacrifice, a sacred pact where chosen souls accept to carry the karmic poison of bloodlines, broken systems, and ancestral wounds, not for recognition, not for glory, but to prevent the collapse of the future. These chosen ones, the bone bearers, volunteered to absorb pain that wasn't theirs. They took on the trauma of mothers who were silenced, fathers who were lost, children who were abandoned, and empires that destroyed in the name of control. They were the karmic filters, and you were one of them. Your soul, brave and ancient, raised its hand when others turned away. You signed your essence into this book, knowing you'd be born into lifetimes of hardship, misunderstanding, isolation, and spiritual war. But you also knew this. One day, when the earth was on the edge of transformation, the Book of Bones would reopen, and those who signed it would be called back to remember. Capricorn, that time is now. Between July 22nd and July 25th, the scroll begins to glow again. The cosmic gate it's linked to is reactivating after 1,000 years. You may not see it with your eyes, but your soul already feels it. Have you noticed? Your sleep has been restless, like your soul is tossing in another dimension. You've been dreaming of bones, dust, caves, mountains, or ancient keys. You feel an overwhelming emotion, and you don't know why. Grief, anger, release. Your past suddenly feels heavy, like it's not yours, but it's on you. That's because your soul is hearing the book call your name again. But this time, it's not asking you to carry more. It's asking you to complete the contract. The curse is ending. The karmic cycle is closing. But only the one who wrote their name in the beginning can break the seal at the end. And that's you, Capricorn. This is more than healing. This is a cosmic clearance. When the Book of Bones opens, if you are ready, if you are conscious, if you say, "I remember why I came," then you are granted the power of relief. You will no longer carry what was never yours. You will no longer bleed for broken empires. Instead, you will rise as the keeper of new order, the architect of restored timelines. Because once the Book of Bones closes, a new book begins. And this one is written by your liberated soul. Capricorn, let's speak truth now. The kind of truth your soul has known, even when your mind couldn't explain it. Have you ever wondered, why is my life so heavy? Why does it feel like I'm always carrying something I can't name? A grief, a burden, a weight that others around me don't seem to understand. This isn't coincidence. This isn't bad luck. This is ancient karma. And you were chosen to carry it. You are what mystics call a cursed healer. Not because you were cursed by others, but because your soul made a sacred choice to take on pain that didn't belong to you and turn it into healing for the world. Let's go deeper. Have you spent your entire life feeling responsible for everyone's emotions, their chaos, their trauma, their sadness, even when they blamed you for it? Do you find yourself sacrificing your energy to save people who hurt you, only to be left abandoned when you need help? Have you lost sleep wondering why you feel shame, rage, or heartbreak over things you've never even lived through in this lifetime? Do you attract broken people, like wounded souls are magnetized to you, hoping you'll fix them? Have you always sensed you were different? Not just misunderstood, but spiritually marked. These are not flaws, these are not random, these are the signs. Signs that your soul signed the Saturnian curse contract, an ancient vow made in a dimension beyond space and time. And here's the thing most people don't realize. You didn't take this role because you were weak. You took it because you were the strongest soul in your lineage. While others fled from karma, you faced it. While others passed down pain, you absorbed it. While others blamed, you healed. And yes, it cost you. It cost you peace. It cost you love. It may have cost you your voice, your confidence, your place in the world. But from July 22 to July 25th, Saturn, your ruling planet and the keeper of karmic time, is aligning with a rare celestial gate that hasn't opened in over 1,000 years. And when this gate opens, it doesn't come to punish you. It comes to liberate you. This is your chance to rewrite the contract. Instead of being the one who absorbs pain, you become the one who alchemizes it into wisdom. Instead of carrying the grief of generations, you become the one who ends it. For yourself, your bloodline, and those yet to be born. Let me tell you what this shift looks like when it's happening. You'll begin feeling emotionally volatile, but not in a broken way, in a purging way. You'll have vivid dreams with symbols, bones, Saturn rings, caves, old family members, chains breaking, pages burning. You'll notice certain people or patterns trying to return, but your reaction is different. You no longer feel obligated. You're beginning to choose yourself. You'll cry without knowing why. and then laugh like a weight has been lifted. This is your soul remembering. It's remembering the pain. It's remembering the purpose. And most importantly, it's remembering the exit point. Capricorn, the universe is not asking you to suffer anymore. It's asking you to wake up and realize that the power has always been within you. You don't owe anyone your destruction. You owe yourself your freedom. And freedom starts when you stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Of course me." Because only the soul that survived it all can end it all. Between July 22nd and 25th, as Saturn opens this karmic gate, you'll be given one final test. Do you still believe your pain defines you? Or are you ready to become the healer who no longer needs to bleed? The chains are cracking, the curse is weakening, and you, Capricorn, are standing at the edge of your divine rewrite. This isn't the end of your story. This is the part where the healer becomes the legend. Capricorn, your soul didn't come here to chase fame. It didn't incarnate to collect followers, riches, or romantic fairy tales. No. Your soul signed up for something far more sacred and far more difficult. You came here for cosmic endurance. You agreed to something that very few souls had the courage to accept. A 1,000-year soul contract. Not one lifetime, not 10. But a millennium of missions across multiple incarnations, spread out like spiritual anchors through history, each life carrying a fragment of pain and a piece of purpose. Let me break it down for you. Over these past 1,000 years, whether you remember or not, you've walked the earth as a silent warrior, fighting battles no one saw, protecting truths no one understood. A system breaker, quietly challenging corrupt empires, family patterns, and hidden darkness. A protector of the lost, guiding children, old souls, and fragile minds through chaos. A mirror to shame, reflecting back the ancestral wounds no one wanted to face, and yet you bore them. You've been the one in the shadows, the misfit, the misunderstood leader, the rebel who was ahead of their time, the healer who bled in silence. You may have lived as a monk who gave up everything to protect sacred knowledge, a prisoner tortured for a truth you refused to silence, a mystic burned for speaking prophecy, a rebel who tried to change the system but died without seeing the change. And yet, with every incarnation, you added a layer of soul strength. Each painful death made your light more indestructible. Each loss built the foundation for your ultimate return. This lifetime, right now, is the final chapter. This is the incarnation where the contract either completes or repeats. You are standing at the final karmic checkpoint. If you don't rise in this life, if you continue to absorb instead of release, to sacrifice instead of rewrite, the contract resets, and the cycle begins again. But here's the truth that changes everything. You don't owe the past another sacrifice. You owe the future your awakening. Capricorn, this contract wasn't punishment. It was a sacred responsibility your soul accepted on behalf of many. Your ancestors who couldn't break the chains. Your lineage who chose survival over healing. Your karmic partners who failed in their own missions, and even strangers who needed your light to remember theirs. You came to be the anchor that doesn't break, to be the soul who returns again and again, not for glory, but to finish what others were too afraid to face. But now, it's time to change the role. This incarnation is different. This time, you are not here to carry. You are here to close. You are here to sign the final page of a 1,000-year contract with a simple, sacred sentence. It ends with me. No more karmic absorption, no more repeating patterns, no more reliving the pain of past lives. Saturn, your ruling planet, the timekeeper, the tester, the teacher, is giving you this final test not as punishment, but as recognition. The universe knows how long you've endured, and now it's asking, will you awaken? Will you say yes to your own liberation? Will you let go of roles that are no longer yours to play? Because if you do, you activate the next soul role, the architect of new timelines, the keeper of sacred truth, the mentor of the awakened ones. But if you stay asleep, the curse repeats, the pain recycles, the world keeps spinning in illusion. So, what will you choose? Say it aloud. I break the 1,000-year contract. I am free. I remember who I am. The Book of Bones is waiting for your final signature, not in suffering, but in completion. This is the end of one story, and the beginning of your true one. Capricorn, something monumental is approaching, something cosmic, something written long before this lifetime, and it carries your name. Between July 22nd and July 25th, the heavens are aligning in a way they haven't in nearly 1,000 years. Saturn, your ruling planet, the ancient keeper of karmic contracts, divine discipline, and soul time, is stepping into a rare energetic alignment that last occurred during what mystics call the Black Phoenix eclipse of 1025 AD. That eclipse marked the moment the last Capricorn soul signed a sacrificial vow, a soul contract to protect Earth from energetic collapse by absorbing generational karma into their own incarnations. That soul was you. And now, in 21, that same Saturnian gate is reopening, not to punish you, but to activate you. This is your returning point. The moment where the ancient vow either completes or consumes another lifetime. Let's talk about what's really happening. If over the last few days you've felt aches deep in your bones with no medical reason, vivid dreams of symbols, temples, Saturn's rings, bones, caves, fire, scrolls, or hands reaching from ancient walls, sudden and intense emotions, crying without cause, feeling grief that isn't yours, needing to scream or isolate, a strange pull towards silence, darkness, or solitude, or a powerful knowing that something big is about to happen. It's not coincidence, it's not stress, it's not anxiety, it's a cosmic summon. It's the Book of Bones awakening and calling your soul to return to the vow it once made. Your body may not remember, but your soul does. And during this rare Saturnian gate, from July 22nd to 25, the veil is thin enough for you to reach across time, reclaim your power, and break the karmic seal. This energy portal is not available to everyone. It's only visible to those who once signed the vow. And the key to unlocking it isn't in ritual, it's in remembrance. You don't need to earn your power, you already paid the price. You already walked through lifetimes of pain, sacrifice, and spiritual exile. Now the universe is whispering the final line of your soul contract. The one who bore the weight shall now lift the world. This is not metaphor. You are not just absorbing karma for your own bloodline. You are acting as a karmic shield for others, for collective energy, for collapsing systems, for a planet on the edge of rebirth. You were one of the few souls willing to carry what would have destroyed millions. And now, it's time to transform that burden into power. Here's what this prophetic gate means for you. Saturn is unlocking a vault of past life energy that has been waiting for your conscious reawakening. You will feel a sense of soul acceleration, like time is folding in and past versions of you are converging into your current body. You may begin having visions, downloads, or sudden clarity about your life purpose, your true gifts, and your divine mission. Capricorn, you've never truly fit in. because you weren't meant to. You weren't born to follow the system. You were born to rebuild it. You are not a follower. You are not just a survivor. You are a foundational soul. And this Saturn Gate is your sacred moment to rise, to reclaim all the pieces of yourself lost in centuries of silence, to forgive your past selves and awaken your final form. July 2025 is not just another date. It's the countdown to karmic release. It's the turning point of your entire soul history, and the prophecy is clear. The one who bore the weight shall now lift the world. Will you answer that call? Because when this gate closes, what you choose in this window will echo through the next decade of your destiny. You are no longer the cursed one. You are the key. Capricorn, you've carried the weight. You've survived the storm. You've fulfilled the hardest part of your soul's vow. Now, it's time to complete the curse and unlock the gift that has been waiting for you across lifetimes. This is your sacred closing ritual. It doesn't require candles, altars, or complex rites, because the power isn't in the tools, it's in your awareness, your voice, and your willingness to let go. Let's walk through the steps. Step 1. Acknowledge the weight to stand somewhere private. Put your feet on the earth or your hand over your heart and say these words out loud. This pain was never mine, but I carried it with honor. Feel that. That's your soul recognizing the truth for the first time in centuries. The sorrow, the guilt, the endless responsibility, it was inherited, passed down, transferred into you, not because you were weak, but because you were the only one strong enough to carry it. Now, speak it into the universe. Your acknowledgement breaks the spell. Step 2. Break the bone sigil. Close your eyes. Visualize a chain of bones, human bones, ancient, white, weathered by time, wrapped around your chest, your mind, your lineage. Now imagine a beam of white fire descending from above, glowing with Saturn's energy, sharp and sacred. See that fire touch the bones, feel them cracking, splintering, dissolving into light and dust. You don't need to force it. Just feel the image. That vision alone shatters the etheric structure of the curse. The bone sigil is broken. Step 3. Write the final words on paper. Any piece, any pen. Write these exact words. The curse ends with me. The future begins through me. These aren't just words. This is a soul signature. The final page of your 1,000-year contract. Your written vow becomes a vibrational key, sealing the karmic door behind you and opening the next one in front of you. Step 4. Burn or bury under the moon. On any night between July the 22nd and July 25th, take that paper outside under the sky. You can burn it, letting the ashes scatter into the wind. Or bury it, planting your transformation deep into Earth's soil. The moon will witness your release. Saturn will record it in the stars. The universe will know this soul has completed the vow. What happens next? Don't be surprised if your world begins to shift instantly. You may feel sudden emotional lightness, like a heavy coat has been lifted off your shoulders. Old enemies, toxic cycles, or karmic people may start vanishing from your life without conflict or closure. You may begin dreaming of a new book being written. Blank pages, golden ink, unknown titles. That's your next soul mission being delivered. Because once the curse ends, the gifts begin. Your intuition will sharpen. Your body will feel less weighed down. New opportunities, spiritual, financial, relational, may come in fast. But remember this, the universe only gives to the soul who's willing to release. You don't get to keep the chains and the crown. You must choose. And Capricorn, you were born to choose freedom. Say it with power. The curse ends with me. I am the beginning of the new world. And from this moment forward, you're not a karmic absorber. You're a karmic architect. The chapter is closed. The book is burning. The ashes rise, and so do you. Capricorn, your strength has always been misunderstood. People thought you were cold, too serious, too distant, too hard to read. But what they never saw, what only the universe could, was the depth of your devotion. You weren't born to be liked. You were born to be legendary. While others chased comfort, you carried responsibility. While others ran from pain, you stared it in the eye and said, "Give it to me. I can handle it." And for centuries, you did. You walked through lifetimes with your soul bound in silence. You carried burdens that were never yours. You watched the world fail you and kept building anyway. You weren't just surviving. You were buying time for a world that wasn't ready to change. And now the world is cracking. Systems are collapsing. The false empires of power, greed, and illusion are turning to dust. Everything is falling apart, because it must. But in the middle of this chaos, the universe is calling back its strongest builders, the ones who held the karmic line, the ones who broke the curse, the ones like you. Capricorn, this is your true destiny. You weren't meant to just cope with life. You were meant to reconstruct it. You are the foundation soul, the blueprint keeper, the mountain that others climb to rise. And from July 22 to the 25th, the final page of your ancient contract is in your hands. The Book of Bones is now yours to close. This isn't the end of your story. This is the activation of your real one. The moment you let go of the curse, you inherit the keys to the future. Let's be clear, the world doesn't need more influencers. It doesn't need more noise. It doesn't need more fake light. What it needs is you. You, with your wisdom, your scars, your backbone. You, who faced lifetimes of spiritual exile and still rose. You, who now gets to rise not as a warrior in chains, but as a creator in power. The architects of the new earth aren't flashy. They don't need attention. They carry sacred blueprints in their bones. And when the time comes, they know how to rebuild. Capricorn, that time is now. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You just need to remember who you are and step into it without apology. So let the old versions of you dissolve. Let the curse evaporate in your final breath of release, and let the fire in your spirit build something eternal. If your soul feels this, say it now. In the comments, in your journal, or shout it into the sky. I break the 1,000-year curse. I am the new foundation. This is not the end. This is the awakening. Don't just watch this video. Embody it. Don't just listen. Act. The world is waiting. The energy is ready. The gate is open, and the builder of the new world is you.